It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We have started the big countdown, and the hour is almost here. But before we celebrate at midnight, we welcome you to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. This is very exciting.
Yes.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing. They dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Houston is a team that can put up numbers in a hurry, no question about that. But with the amount of three-pointers they take, Kenny, do they really, I guess, rely too much on the long ball?
Well, some could say that because, 40% of their shots that they make come from three-point land. That's an incredible amount when you have a guy like Dwight Howard in the post and you have guys in the post that like to score. So they might be a little three-heavy, though.
No, not might. They are three-heavy. They need to understand inside out wins championships, especially there in Houston. They took a lot of threes, but they were not great. They only shot 35% last year. They need to get the ball inside.
Tip-off is coming up shortly. We go courtside right now to Kevin Harlan.
Just a great look at the metropolis. That is Houston, Texas. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The Warriors are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And for the Warriors, lately they've been off their game just a little bit. It's led to them losing that top spot here in the standing.
And Greg, peaks and valleys are part of the season for the most talented of teams. I mean, they've still got plenty of time to get things right before the playoffs.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. On the wing, Johnson and Iguodala. They'll get out there at Thompson, and it's Curry in at the point. Warriors on D. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win it.
And Greg, sometimes we've seen it happen where a team that's supposed to be the underdog gets the game into OT, and then the momentum swings their way.
Thompson outside. Shoots from the line, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Well, Dwight Howard had that back surgery, and he's had knee trouble, and he is no longer quite as dominant, Clark, as a player we saw back in certainly his younger days in Orlando.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Kevin, he's still in the conversation for best centers in the NBA. I think he remains a superstar big man when he's healthy.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Curry against Beverly. Iguodala outside. And the 3 off target. Now let's find out what head coach Steve Kerr had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard, and rightly so. He said, we know Dwight can do it all, and it is going to take a 5-man effort to slow him down. He can finish, block shots, rebound. The guy is almost 7 feet of pure muscle, and there is just no way to handle him one-on-one. If there is a way, the NBA hasn't discovered it yet.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Iguodala. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Screen by Bogut, pass to Thompson. 6 to shoot. And the Warriors miss again.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. It's Iguodala with the drive, and that one's good. Iguodala's got his first bucket of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Pass to Capella on the wing, Harden to the paint. On the wing, Harden. And he goes in for the dunk.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the score by Houston. Thompson misses.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Houston in the lead. Dishes it to Howard. Harden outside. Now here's Howard. A 29-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Now here's Curry. 26 points for him last game against Dallas.
Well, Iguodala did a good job setting that screen.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Out to the right wing. Capella kicks to Beverly. Harden against Curry. It's Harden with the drive, 8 feet away, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Harden's got 6. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Curry kicks to Thompson, and it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Rockets, number 1.
Kevin, I've always said shooting percentage individually and for a team is a function of the kinds of shots you get. This team leads the league in shooting percentage because, 1, they have good shooters, but 2, they take high-quality shots. They're a very disciplined group.
You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road. And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. And, you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
Stolen by Thompson. Curry dishes to Thompson. And Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Thompson. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's Thompson following the basket by Dwight Howard. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Rockets trail by 3. Ariza passes to Beverly. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Harden against Curry. Thompson, a screen on Harden. No good. Rockets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Beverly. Harden against Thompson. Right block shot. Harden missing again. Warriors leading by 3. Curry dishes to Iguodala. And there's the pass to Bogut. Out to the right wing. It's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go. Beverly hits.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Houston making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and then for Golden State, Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut, and it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. The screen from Thompson. It's stolen by Jones. By himself, the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Ariza goes in, and the jam by Harden.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Curry. Houston leading by 4. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Now, here is Lawson, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Harden kicks to Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Brewer. Offensive rebound. With the clock winding down, and it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now. Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Now here's Jones. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Jones has got 6.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Shot off the screen. Rockets with the rebound. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Here is Harden. The Warriors making the shot. Kicks it to Lawson. Jones, the pass to Harden. Jones with the screen on Barnes. Harden dishes to Brewer. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. That one goes. Count it.
Really a nice bit of flavor from Lawson on that one.
Warriors trail by 8. The dish now to Thompson. And stolen by Thornton. Jones drives in, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Like last season, we saw Monty Eunice make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Here is Livingston. 8 points his last outing. No good from Spates.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone, really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Jones. 8 points for him. And Brewer kicks to Jones. Houston moving it around. Brewer's shot is off.
And Montezumas actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Thornton passes to Montezumas. Fires from deep. Can't hit. So Golden State will take it the other way.
And Montezumas is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
And Jones sends it back. On the wing, Brewer passes it to Thornton. He dishes it to Montezumas. There's a screen. Back to Thornton. Montezumas, a screen on Barnes. And there's the feed to Montezumas. Pulls up on the wing. Barnes grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 8. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good! Thompson's got 5.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Jones. Here's Thornton. And it's good. Caught through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim. Knew he was going to get hit and still was able to finish.
Here's Spates. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And certainly an intriguing matchup tonight. Let's hear from Trevor Ariza on his team's mentality coming in.
You're playing against a team that is very scrappy. You know, they want to win as well. You got to come ready to play. You got to be ready for everything, and you got to be ready to claw to get this win tonight.
Ariza might as well be describing his own game, Clark. Scrappy, ready to play, ready for anything, ready to claw to get that win.
Well, you know, he does have that kind of all-around, all-out game going back to his days at UCLA. I mean, when you combine that with his talent, he's a guy who, no matter where he's been, his teammates rave about him and respect him.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, you know, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bogut, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
And it's Iguodala missing. Houston leading by 4. Ariza outside. Oh, good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final game.
First one falls for him. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Now here's Barnes. A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Second quarter of basketball, just over 1.5 minutes played so far. Ariza has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Ariza's got his first 3 points of the game.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Jason Terry. Here's Curry. He's got 5. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. On up the court.
Oh! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets to space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, trailing by 4. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Thompson is doubled. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barnes, and the rejection by Harden. And it's Houston on the break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Warriors trail by 6. Outside Curry. He kicks it to Barnes. Offensive rebound. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Ariza slams it home.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Nobody near Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Howard. Fires from deep. Steph Curry with the rebound. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the Atlanta Hawks.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Here is Harden. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Mm-hmm. And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the score by Houston. Excellent use of the screen that time. And that's 10 points for Klay Thompson.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter. And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Got a piece of it. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Thompson. And the rejection by Harden. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Back to Curry. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. Now just a 2-point Houston lead.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Harden kicks to Capella. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Ariza after the miss from Stephen Curry. And it's sent back by Bogut. Beverly the pass to Capella. Down low. Howard dishes to Harden. 5 to shoot. Howard kicks to Harden. A second chance effort. Off the left rim and out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Houston. And Golden State also making a change. Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Good chance here for Barnes. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Houston leading by 4. It's Harden with the drive. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Harden's got 17 now.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Spates sets a screen. Curry dishes to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. To the middle. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. The Rockets #1.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Jones checked in for Houston. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Then for the Warriors, Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Thompson, he's checked in for Barnes.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. In the corner, it's Brewer. Now Barbosa. Thompson, a screen on Harden. On its way from Barbosa for 2. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Houston making some changes. Montejunas is checked in for Capella. And it's Thornton in for James Harden. The Rockets have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Lawson outside. Here's Montejunas. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Maurice Spates. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
The Warriors trailing. Livingston kicks to Thompson. He feeds it to Livingston. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here's Brewer. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Thompson passes to Livingston. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And Barbosa has it in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Thornton up on top. Back to Lawson. Feeds it to Montejunas. Stolen by Barbosa. No one near him. Drained for 2 points. And the Warriors lead by 1. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Here's Livingston, and Jones sends it back. 1:51 left now here in the second. And some nice passing there by Houston. In the corner, Thornton with it. Pocket 6. Lawson right side. Houston needs to get a shot. Here's Brewer. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Brewer's got his second bucket of the game to go. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
One thing about Corey Brewer, he's a defensive specialist, has a combination of size and quickness that's real hard to score against. I mean, equally good at defending in the half court or transition.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Thompson. When coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Going back to Corey Brewer, he also has a sixth sense of sniffing out steal opportunities. Very quick hands. He's averaged 1.5 steals a game over his career.
Kevin, Corey's one of those guys that's always going to give that effort offensively and find ways to contribute there. But more importantly, he's going to give you results on the defensive side of the ball.
He has an amazing motor. Never shuts down.
Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
Guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. Livingston, that's good. Clark, talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Thompson. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Houston on top, leading by just 1. And it.
Thank you, Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 17 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they're playing some unselfish basketball here tonight, Ernie. Guys aren't trying to take the defense 1-on-5. They're moving the basketball and finding the open man. And then, of course, the open man is finishing. So no problem here tonight.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups down low. But if they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
That's going to do it for now as the second half is just about ready to get started. We'll see you later.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
We've seen James Harden playing a good game here. He's got 17 points, and he has sent a bunch of shots in reverse.
And because of that, there's now a major intimidation factor working in their favor.
Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Howard. And it's Capella in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Pass to Howard. And off the front, and in it goes. Howard's got 8.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Curry with it. To the paint. Here's Bogut, and it's sent back by Howard. Pass to Capella. Dishes to Howard. Harden kicks to Capella. There's the pass to Beverly. 6 to shoot. Offline with the baseline jumper. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Curry wide open. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's averaging 20 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Beverly dishes to Capella. Reza passes to Beverly. Harden kicks to Howard. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this 3rd quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
In the corner, Harden. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, there's a little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's going to stop that.
Not when he comes in with the tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Goodness, you cannot punch it any harder than that.
And Curry, here we go. Thompson for the triple. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Thompson. And Capella sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
Harden against Thompson. Rolls up on the elbow. There's the bucket. Good. Thompson's got 7 now in this quarter.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Harden dishes to Howard. Inside. Here's Capella. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Beverly kicks to Howard. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Curry passes to Thompson. A 3 from Barnes. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Now the dish to Thompson. Bogut sets a screen for Thompson. Curry outside. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Rockets leading by 7. Harden the pass to Capella. Kicks it to Howard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy. One of the most physically imposing players in our league. And yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
Pass to Bogut to stop the run. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Bogut's got 5 points so far.
Worked that one inside nicely.
For Houston, they've gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Howard drives in, open and close, and nails it. And the Rockets lead by 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Barnes, and it's blocked. They recover it. Thompson dishes to Barnes. Curry kicks to Barnes. Off target from 3-point range.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, the effort and the aggression really favors them thus far. They've completely dominated the backboard.
Thompson misses.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To the middle. Here's Ariza. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Houston lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
It's no secret, Clark, what this Houston Rockets team wants to do. They want to get to the line, drive the lane, and hurt you from outside the arc.
And they'll do it all at a very fast pace. I mean, they're fun to watch. The pace is something that I think sneaks up on teams sometimes, Kevin.
Good point. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. And here's Iguodala outside, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And no doubt the Rockets were one of the faster-paced teams in the league last year. When you have the firepower they do, you want it to become a scoring fest.
Curry against Lawson. The 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. A lot of the wins for the Rockets, guys, I thought last year came from just wearing down their opponent. I mean, you can keep up with their pace for a quarter, maybe 2, but it's very hard to sustain it for 48 minutes shot for shot.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on 1 of them.
Lawson kicks to Howard. Puts up the baby hook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Terrence Jones is checked in for Harrell. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Ty Lawson. Thornton passes to Brewer. He dishes it to Howard. And Brewer kicks to Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Brewer.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
For three, Barbosa, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Here's Bogut, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. That's good. Brewers got 4 points in the quarter.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Back to Thornton. Here's Jones, and it's sent back by Bogut. Livingston dishes to Barnes. The feed now to Livingston. Back to Barnes. There's the three, and the shot is good. Barnes has got 11.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And it's Thornton again missing. Warriors trail by 14. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. He's got 7.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Just 5 to shoot. Brewer, the pass to Jones. Power down with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here is Livingston. Terry covering. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. Now a timeout called by Houston.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Jason Thompson, who's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Jones. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Livingston signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get it.
Shot's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Thompson, a screen on Terry. And Jones sends it back. Now in transition is Brewer. Here we go.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Just a really solid display there of rebounding. They've done it really all game.
Dominating on the glass, Greg. I mean, a huge advantage for them in that particular category.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Beverly. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Thompson is out there with Iguodala. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That is good.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Beverly against Curry. Top of the key. And it's off the back rim, no good.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Warriors shooting 43% from the field. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And he gets it to go.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. Stolen by Beverly.
Just been really inefficient. 5 turnovers. You know, it's as if he's playing for the other team.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. The Warriors making a switch here. Bogut's checked in. Here is Harden. Here's Ariza. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Houston leading by 21. Here's Capella, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficiently.
Bogut kicks to Iguodala. The screen from Thompson. Feeds to Thompson. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Ariza goes in, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And guys, before last season, Trevor Ariza signing a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Rockets. Big free agent get for the team.
And, you know, they wanted to re-sign Chandler Parsons, Kevin, but with his departure, in comes Ariza, and Trevor is a quality replacement. I mean, a terrific wing defender, and he's a nice spot-up shooter as well.
Houston moving the ball around. Beverly, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. Harrell comes in, and it's KJ McDaniels in for Trevor Ariza. The screen from Thompson. Curry dishes to McAdoo. Shot to stop the run. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And, you know, you compare their games. Ariza a bit more limited maybe offensively than Parsons, a few years older, but he's also a better defender and also better at playing without the basketball. Remember, you got 5 guys out there, only 1 ball. Sometimes your chemistry can improve when a guy doesn't need the basketball to be effective.
Azili inside, working on Monty Eunice. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Monty Eunice.
And, you know, for the Rockets, a nice pairing with James Harden and Trevor Ariza. Ariza, a spot-up shooter and defender, while Harden arguably the premier offensive creator in the league. I mean, they really complement each other well.
Houston making a switch here. Lawson's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Babs checked in. Here's McDaniels. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. Finished off the break. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
Harrell the pass to Harden to the inside. And here is Curry. Here's Babb. No good from outside. Harden against Curry. McDaniels kicks to Harden. Shoots from the baseline. Goes back up. And no problem from Harrell as he finishes at the rim.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
There's the pick. Pass to McAdoo. And Monty Eunice picks up the foul.
And always nice to close out the year with the win for one of these teams. Players might deny it, but playing on New Year's Eve is a bit of a special day to play on. Any holiday game has a special feel to it.
Off the inbound pass. Tries again. It's rebounded by Houston. Monty Eunice has got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Harden with the drive, and he gets the bucket. Harden's got 23. And with New Year's Eve tonight, we'll be hearing a lot of "Auld Lang Syne." That phrase means time long past. So, do you have any favorite memories, Clark, from the past of the NBA?
Yeah, one of my favorites is watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the Milwaukee Bucks as they won their first NBA championship back in 1971. Big Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan was I, and seeing him knock down the sky hook in the clutch. One of my great memories early on as a young tyke growing up in Cleveland.
The former Lou Alcindor.
That's correct.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Here's Curry. He kicks it to Thompson. McAdoo dishes to Babb. They set the screen. Curry can't get it to go. For Houston, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Harden the pass to Monty Eunice. Harden kicks to Monty Eunice, and he dunks it down.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Golden State's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Curry kicks to Azili. Here's McAdoo. Uses the glass to drop it in. McAdoo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Harden outside. Out to the right wing. And stolen by McAdoo. Curry dishes to Thompson. Down low. Nice shot by McAdoo.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
The Rockets shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Out to the right wing. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Count it. Number 5 from the 4 this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Up top, Curry. Lawson defending. Nice shot by McAdoo.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
That's good.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Here's Curry. It's stolen by Lawson. Here's Harden. And the rejection by Ezeli. Here's Babb. Lawson defending. Babb, the pass to Ezeli. It's deflected. Lawson against Curry. And Lawson gets it to go on the assist by Harden. And it's 7 points for Lawson. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Rockets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. Take a look at what Curry's done. He has 11 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
So for the Rockets, Terrence Jones is checked in for Monty Eunice. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Ty Lawson. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Thompson. Here's McDaniels. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Curry kicks to Livingston. Back to Curry. He feeds it to Ezeli. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Jones.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Different look here for the Warriors.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. He's up there
move.
posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. Iguodala against Harden. Pass to Thompson. Back to Iguodala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Capella, covered by Bogut, screened by Howard. Harden dishes to Ariza. Here's Capella, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of shooting in the playoffs. They ended up with a 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Brewer is checked in for Ariza. And it's Terry in for James Harden. And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
With the victory tonight, they'll take the second game just as they took the first between these two teams, moving their record to 2-0 with one game left against the Warriors.
And as we've come to expect, another big game tonight and an impressive exhibit for Harden. And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Terry, the pass to Beverly. Harrell with it, working on Thompson, and Harrell slams it in. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Livingston, defended by Beverly, stolen by Beverly. Here's Capella, and down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And good on the basket. Book it. Here's Beverly. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harrell with it, working on Thompson. Harrell, that's good.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the post-game show.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
Well, everyone wanted to come play hard tonight, but I thought the job he did was remarkable. The defending champs do not go down easily. It was an impressive performance to beat them tonight. I must say I'm very impressed. But he kept at it, both ends of the floor, shouldering the scoring load. He was on his game.
His highlight reel is something to watch, guys. I mean, he just simply attacked the rim. He played aggressively, did not back down from anyone. He kept the momentum moving in their favor.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.